When you're going to Bryce Canyon, you definitely want to do the Bryce Canyon Figure 8 combination hike, which takes in Queen's Garden, Peekaboo Loop, and Navajo Loop. This hike is about 6.4 miles, and it should take about 4 to 5 hours to complete. It does have an elevation change of 1,575 feet, so this is a moderate hike. So here's the Bryce Canyon Figure 8 trail map. You're going to start out at Sunset Point, then you're going to hike the rim trail over to Sunrise Point. You're going to get onto the Queen's Garden Trail. You're going to take that where it connects with the Navajo Loop. Then it has a connector that you're going to take down to Peekaboo Loop Trail. You're going to follow the Peekaboo Loop Trail around, back to the Navajo Loop, and then you're going to go up the Wall Street side. So when you're entering Bryce Canyon National Park, you've got to pay to get in. We have a National Parks Pass, so we just did that, but they have the fees listed. And then once you go in, you're going to go past 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be the 4th left turn. It's very well marked, so you'll make that turn, and that will take you to Sunset Point, the parking lot and overlook. So we parked there, and then we hiked over. You'll see where the shuttle drops off, and then we hiked up. You can see this is where the shuttle drops off for Sunset Point. It's at an elevation of 8,000 feet. And then we took the sidewalk over. So the actual lookout, we're gonna go there at the very end, but they have these overlooks all along the trail. So your first view of Bryce Canyon is just breathtaking. We started on the rim trail, and we took the rim trail over to Sunrise Point, which is about a half a mile. You can see here on Google Earth that you have views of Bryce Canyon all along this rim trail. As we were walking the rim trail, you could see signs that would point you in the right direction just to make sure you're heading to Sunrise Point, so we kept along the trail. As we got to Sunrise Point, we headed up to the overlook to see where we were going to start our hike. And as you look down, you can see the beginning of the Queen's Garden Trail. You'll see the sign marking the Queen's Garden Trail, which is 0.8 miles, descends 320 feet. So you can see here on Google Earth, we got onto the trail. So here we came to our first intersection on the trail, and you want to stay right to stay on the Queen's Garden Trail. This trail that goes to the left is just a horse trail. So you can see on Google Earth that you're going to go to the right and follow that trail. And they have these arches cut through the stone so you can get through. So this third arch is going to take you to the Queen's Garden Trail end. That's where you can see the Queen Victoria Hoodoo. We didn't know this when we went. We thought it was going to loop back to where we started, so we went left to the Navajo loop. But as you can see on Google Earth, it's really just a short hike. So you go through the arch right here, and then you take this trail, and then you'll see the Queen Victoria Hoodoo, and then you just hike right back. So we didn't do that because we thought it was going to take us all the way back to the beginning, but that's definitely something that you should stop and see. And then you'll go left towards the Navajo Loop Trail. And it's hot in the summertime at Bryce Canyon, so when you find a little bit of shade, you definitely want to take a rest. So this is where the Navajo Loop connects. So if you took it up, you would go past 2 bridges up to Sunset Point up here. And then if you went straight, this will take you up the Wall Street section of the Navajo Loop. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the connecting trail, so we'll go off to the left, and that's gonna take us to the Peekaboo Loop Trail. We stopped here and ate some sandwiches and saw a little bit of the wildlife. So you can see the trail up to 2 bridges. If you go to the right, that would take you the Navajo Loop Wall Street, but we're gonna go to the left, and this is the connector trail to the Peekaboo Loop. You'll get to this intersection where you wanna go right to keep going to the Peekaboo Loop. So then you're gonna come to this sign that says Peekaboo Loop. It's a round trip of 3 miles. It's recommended to go to the left, which is clockwise. Okay, so then you're gonna come to this intersection that says Bryce Point, a 1 mile hike up. So here on Google Earth, you can see where we are. This is the way we're gonna go. But if you wanted to do the Bryce Point hike, this 1 mile hike, you'll see where it goes up. Now, the reason that we didn't do this hike is because there's a parking lot at the top of Bryce Point that you can drive to and look at the overlook there, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is definitely an uphill hike to get to that parking lot and the overlook. So this is what the overlook looks like when we drove up there to take a look. And these are the views that you get up at Bryce Point. So instead of hiking that, we drove it. So we kept on the Peekaboo Loop Trail. So you just go straight instead of making that left. This is where the horses stop and rest. And to the left is a bathroom. I believe this is only open in the summertime, but it's nice if you did need to use the bathroom. So then you just head back, you'll see a sign that says Peekaboo Loop, and we're going clockwise, so we'll go to the left and follow the trail. As you come out, you'll see that you're at the beginning of this loop. You'll see the sign again that says Peekaboo Loop, round trip 3 miles. So we completed that loop. So we stopped there, got some more to eat, but then this is where you're gonna take the trail back to the Navajo Loop. And then when you get back to the Navajo Loop, we're gonna go up the Wall Street side. So you'll see it's really well marked. You just follow that trail. It's gonna take you back to where we were before, and we're gonna go left to take the Navajo Loop up Wall Street. Now you definitely wanna make sure you still have some energy in the tank because the switchbacks to get up Wall Street and back, it's quite a hike. And you can look up and those switchbacks go up and up. You can see right here on Google Earth, the switchbacks come up. Then when you get to the top of Wall Street, there's another little trail that will take you up to Sunset Point. Then once you get to Sunset Point, you can go back out to the parking lot where we parked, and then you'll have completed the hike. So let's take a look at what this looks like. After checking out that lookout, we headed back over to where we came up at Wall Street. You can see if you wanted to go to Two Bridges, you could go to the right, but we're gonna stay on the left path, which takes us back up to Sunset Point. And then you get to the Sunset Point Overlook. So then you get to take in the views of where you just accomplished this amazing hike. So then we headed back to the parking lot, and overall we loved the Bryce Canyon Figure 8 combination hike. It gave us the best of everything that Bryce Canyon has to offer.